What's up, guys? Go back to our video. With this week we got Peacemaker episode 5, and it was amazing. We got more of Peacemaker and the entire team as they are heading on their mission, like for the Butterfly Project for the government. And with that, we got some surprise Easter eggs and some probably characters probably from the last couple of episodes though in the show, and that unexpected ending that totally sets up the final for the 3 episodes, especially for the finale, as well as especially for the Peacemaker series. So in this video, this will be my ending explain for Peacemaker episode 5. But if you haven't seen episode 5 of Peacemaker, there are going to be spoilers if you try to avoid them. So you should probably click on this video now and come back to this video after you've seen the episode. But if you're still here and you don't care, let's get into it. So episode 5 opens up with Peacemaker in his trailer home, and as we can see, Eagly there as well. And then as we can see that Peacemaker is making breakfast, and as we can see Peacemaker is all miserable because at the end of last episode he was jamming out to a song while having flashbacks from his childhood, especially with doing stuff for his dad that were horrible, and to his brother's dad as well. And we can say he's feeling honey to the butterfly that they captured back in episode 3, while him and the team were hunting down to the butterflies for the Butterfly Project for the government. And then as we can see we see Peacemaker and Eagly bonding together. And then as Toa is pulling up for work to meet up with the gang, she gets a text from her mom, who is Amanda Waller from the Suicide Squad, because with Toa, she is the daughter of Amanda Waller, and the text reads, "Have you placed the diary at Peacemaker's yet?" And it is also foreshadowing the scene with the Peacemaker and Toa in his home, with Toa finding out the Peacemaker's diary. Probably Amanda Waller wants something to do with the diary itself. And then as we can see, as Myrna is going over the entire presentation with the gang and how the Butterfly Project and how the Butterflies work, we see that it's mostly John controlling the entire. And we get a mention of Superman by Peacemaker, Superman's an alien, and it should be because Superman has fought an alien. And with the John, he said he didn't mean to put his father in prison. And then with that Peacemaker, he gives a whole list of names to John, the people he could have put in prison, especially from actors, and also other names as well, which pretty funny to see. And then we see a conversation between Peacemaker and Toa, and as Toa mentioning that Peacemaker shouldn't have gave John those nicknames because with Peacemaker he made fun of John's presentation, and then Vigilante he comes out and he says that Peacemaker has always give people nicknames just as a personality. And then we see here we get more of a friendship between Peacemaker and Vigilante again after from the last episode. And with Vigilante, he really knows Peacemaker for who he is, and he really gets his personality so well. Next, we see Mern back in his apartment, and as we can see that he's having a conversation with somebody who's probably up to no good. And as it was revealed back in last episode, as Mern is a Butterfly too, and also part of the Butterfly Project as well. And with this conversation, and mainly to something going down probably within future episodes of Peacemaker. And then we see the detectives visiting the apartment of the couple who I saw back in episode 1, and then we see them speak to the couple, saying that the fingerprints were switched, and then with the guys saying that the one that they have in prison is now Peacemaker's dad, and now with the detectives, the only thing they have to do is arrest Peacemakers. And then as we can see, as Amelia and a Vigilante are hunting down for the butterflies, we see them getting attacked by the workers who are butterflies, and they have a super speed and a great strength. And then as you see them getting attacked, we see Toa and Peacemaker trying to blow them up, and then after that we see Amelia and Vigilante getting attacked by Charlie the gorilla, which this was an Easter egg from probably the last episode, as he is a super villain of the Flash, who is in this episode and now attacking them, and then with Toa and Peacemaker heading to the rescue, and then as the gang are both getting attacked by Charlie the gorilla, we see John is saving the day by cutting the gorilla with a chainsaw in half. And then as we see Peacemaker and Latoa driving back to Peacemaker's place, we see like that they're in like a group chat together, and we can see Amelia there as well. And we can see like on the group chat, it's like the photo that Amelia took of the gang when they were jamming out to a song. And then with the vigilante, he texts back an emoji of like a merman, kind of like it might be a reference to Aquaman, but because with the Aquaman back in the DC comics, like he has like fought a merman, and with that, it's not probably a nice reference to Aquaman, as we had so many DC character name drops in this series. So far, it was like kind of cool for them to throw that reference in there by using the merman emoji as like a reference to Aquaman. Then, as we see Peacemaker and Latoa in Peacemaker's home, we can see as Latoa is looking around, looking through some things, and we can see that a newspaper with the headline that reads Peacemaker apprehends Kite-Man, as we can see a Kite right there. There's also a reference to the DC supervillain Kite-Man in the DC comics, as Kite-Man is a supervillain to Batman, as Batman and Kite-Man have fought in the DC comics. There's also like a fun little intro from the Batman, as a Kite-Man is a supervillain of Batman. Then with this ending, we can see a Peacemaker and Latoa having a conversation, and with Peacemaker going to the bathroom, we can see as Latoa finally finds a Peacemaker's diary for Amanda Waller, because we don't know what Amanda Waller wants with the diary, but I'm sure it's leading into something really big, as it was mentioned early on in the episode. As Latoa was going to work, she got a text from Amanda Waller saying that about Peacemaker's diary, and which she found it in Peacemaker's home, and that's why we don't know what Amanda Waller wants with the diary, but it sure is leading into something very big. And then with this last scene in this episode, which is totally like the most crazy ending that we've ever seen in this episode of Peacemaker, we can see as Latoa is entering through the headquarters of the gang. We can see a Murn there as well, and as we can see as Latoa is putting on Peacemaker's X-ray vision helmet, and as you can see like all the X-rays of all the humans as well. And then she takes one look at like Murn's X-ray, and like she finds out that Murn is actually a butterfly. And then in the next scene we see that leads to Murn actually trying to attack Latoa, as he's revealed that he's actually a butterfly, the one that we saw back in the last episode as well, when we first found out. With Latoa now actually finding out that Murn is actually a butterfly, the gang is gonna have to find out. We're probably gonna have to find out like what the gang is up to now, with Murn is actually a butterfly, and it's mainly to leave even more questions and answers, probably in like future episodes as well. And yeah, within this episode, probably things probably leading into some things like probably like much bigger, as we head into the last 3 episodes of Peacemaker, and with Amanda Waller wanting something to do with Peacemaker's diary that Tia has found, as she is the daughter of Amanda Waller, and with Murn actually being revealed as a butterfly as part of the Butterfly Project to Latoa. That is definitely gonna lead into even more questions and answers, even for the game to solve as well. And with things that they're probably leading into much bigger as we head towards the end of the series within these last 3 episodes as well. So I can't wait for more action and within the finale of Peacemaker as well. So that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and what are your thoughts on Peacemaker episode 5, and give me a rating between 1 out of 10. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell for future videos, and you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter for live updates. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.